In the year 2147, humanity ventured into the cosmos, constructing massive starships capable of traversing vast interstellar distances. Among these intrepid explorers was a young man named Ethan, whose spirit yearned for adventure and the discovery of new worlds. He often pondered the possibility of encountering extraterrestrial life. One day, under a radiant sun, Ethan and his team disembarked on the planet Xylos. This world was a spectacle of vibrant blue skies and towering emerald trees, adorned with exotic, colorful flora that perfumed the air with sweet fragrances. As Ethan stepped onto Xylos' surface, a thrill of excitement coursed through him. The ship's computer issued a cautionary reminder for the crew to remain together. "Regulations are in place," the captain reiterated. "Interaction with any alien life forms is strictly prohibited." Past encounters between humans and other species had resulted in conflicts, and physical contact could easily be misinterpreted, potentially escalating to interspecies discord. Ethan understood the protocol, but his curiosity propelled him to explore. The team proceeded through the dense forest, the air alive with birdsong. Ethan's teammates exchanged excited chatter, but he experienced a different kind of anticipation, a yearning to be the first to uncover something remarkable. They ventured deeper, the trees thickening around them. Suddenly, a rustling sound broke the tranquility. Ethan whirled around, catching a glimpse of movement. His heart pounded. "What was that?" he whispered. His teammates, apprehension evident on their faces, huddled together, scanning the foliage. Then, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was an alien, Ilara, the sovereign of the Xylos. She materialized before them, her skin shimmering with hues of green and blue, mirroring the forest's colors. Her long hair drifted around her as though suspended in water. Ilara's eyes, sparkling with curiosity, reflected the sunlight. She exuded both beauty and an aura of authority. Ethan was mesmerized. The stories of alien royalty he'd heard paled in comparison to the reality before him. Ilara observed the humans with a mixture of wonder and caution. She had been instructed to avoid contact with humans, as it was forbidden, but something about Ethan captivated her. The young man was frozen in place, recalling the captain's warning. No one was to approach the alien queen. Yet, an irresistible impulse urged Ethan forward. He inhaled deeply and advanced toward Ilara. She tilted her head, intrigued by his audacity. She sensed his bravery and curiosity. "You are not afraid," she remarked, her voice smooth and melodious. Ethan, astonished by her ability to speak his language, stammered, I'm Ethan. We come in peace. We only wish to explore." Ilara's eyes narrowed slightly. She had heard of humans, their explorations, and their past errors. Her people had warned her to be wary, yet her curiosity burned brightly. "Humans are forbidden here. Physical contact is not permitted," she reminded him, her tone serious. "I know," Ethan replied, his heart pounding. "But I intend no harm. I simply wish to learn about your world." Ilara scrutinized him, perceiving the sincerity in his eyes. "There is much to learn," she said softly. "But you must depart. This place is not safe for you." At that moment, Ethan's teammates exchanged nervous whispers, eager to retreat, fearing for their safety. But Ethan felt a connection with Ilara, a reluctance to leave without understanding her world. "Wait, please," Ethan pleaded. "I won't touch you. I just want to talk. I want to know more about you and your people." Ilara hesitated, her heart quickening. No one had ever addressed her in such a manner. She was accustomed to power and deference, yet Ethan evoked a novel sensation within her, a spark of excitement. "You are a bold human. Most would flee in fear," she remarked, a subtle smile gracing her lips. Before overthinking, Ilara decided to take a chance. "Very well, Ethan. I will permit you a brief stay, but you must maintain a respectful distance." Ethan's heart soared. "Thank you. I promise I won't approach you." As Ilara led him deeper into the forest, Ethan experienced a mixture of exhilaration and apprehension. This was a forbidden world, a place off limits to humans. But Ilara seemed different from the stories he'd heard. She was not merely a queen, she was an individual with aspirations and dreams. They walked through the vibrant forest, exchanging narratives about their lives. Ethan learned about Ilara's people and their reverence for nature. Ilara listened to Ethan's tales of Earth and its wonders. They conversed for what felt like hours, immersed in each other's words, oblivious to the potential dangers surrounding them. Little did they know, their encounter would irrevocably alter everything. Ilara and Ethan were stepping into a future fraught with uncertainty and peril, but also with the glimmer of something extraordinary. The days that followed Ethan's initial encounter with Ilara were a blur of exploration and wonder. Each day, he and his team ventured further into the vibrant landscape of Xylos, but Ethan's thoughts continually returned to the alien queen. He felt an undeniable pull towards her, a curiosity that transcended the strict protocols of his mission. Every evening, as the Xylos sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of violet and gold, Ethan found himself drawn back to the spot where he had first met Ilara, hoping for another glimpse of her shimmering form and captivating eyes. He knew he was treading on dangerous ground, his meetings with Ilara a direct violation of the captain's orders. Yet, he couldn't resist the urge to return, his heart pounding with a mixture of anticipation and apprehension. One afternoon, as Ethan sat beneath the shade of a giant emerald tree, lost in thought, he heard a faint rustling in the nearby foliage. He held his breath, his heart leaping in his chest. Could it be her? He rose to his feet, scanning the surrounding trees, and there, emerging from the shadows, was Ilara. She was as radiant as he remembered, her skin shimmering with the colors of the forest, her long hair swirling around her like a gentle mist. "Ethan," she greeted him, her voice soft and melodic, "I hoped I might find you here." Ethan's heart soared. "Ilara, I'm so relieved you came back. I've been thinking about you." Ilara smiled, but her expression was tinged with concern. "I must be cautious. My people do not understand my interest in you. They fear humans, believe you will bring conflict." "I promise you, I only want to learn," Ethan replied earnestly. "I want to understand your world, your people." Ilara took a tentative step closer, maintaining a respectful distance. "Very well. I will share more, but we must be discreet. The other members of my council do not approve of my kindness towards humans." "I understand," Ethan assured her, his voice steady. "I will respect your wishes." As they walked side by side, Ilara revealed more of Xylos' wonders. She led him to a crystalline river that flowed like liquid light, teeming with fish that shimmered in a rainbow of colors. "This is the river of life," she explained, her voice filled with reverence. "It sustains our planet, our people." Ethan watched in awe as Ilara dipped her hand into the water, sending ripples of light dancing across the surface. "It's breathtaking," he murmured. "Unlike anything on Earth." Ilara smiled at his wonder. "There is much to learn. Our world is full of magic and life, but it is also fragile. We must protect it." They continued their journey, Ilara pointing out the unique flora of Xylos, plants that glowed softly in the twilight and others that seemed to hum with an inner energy. "They communicate," she explained. "They share stories, warn of danger." Ethan listened intently, captivated by her knowledge, and in turn, shared stories of Earth's diverse ecosystems. They talked and laughed, lost in each other's company, momentarily forgetting the precarious nature of their situation. But their peaceful interlude was shattered by the sound of voices approaching through the trees. Ilara's expression turned serious. "We must hide," she whispered urgently. Ethan's heart pounded as they quickly concealed themselves behind a thicket of luminous foliage. He held his breath, listening as the voices grew closer. It was Ilara's people, their voices sharp with concern and suspicion. "Where is the queen?" one voice demanded. "She disobeys the laws." Ilara clenched her fists, her face etched with worry. "They mustn't find me here, Ethan. If they see you, it will bring trouble for us both." Ethan nodded, his heart pounding. "What should we do?" Ilara took a deep breath. "I will create a diversion. You must escape, deeper into the forest. I will find you later. No, I don't want to leave you, Ethan protested, his voice trembling. I'll be safe, I promise, Ilara insisted. You must trust me. If they see you, they will not understand. I cannot let you be harmed. With that, Ilara stepped out from their hiding place and called out to her people. I am here. Do not worry. Her voice echoed through the trees. Ethan watched, his heart aching, as Ilara faced her people, her demeanor regal and composed. She was brave, strong, a true leader. But he felt a pang of guilt, knowing she might face repercussions for protecting him. He knew he had to leave, to give her a chance to explain her absence. He quietly slipped away, melting into the dense undergrowth, his heart heavy with worry for Ilara, but also filled with gratitude for the precious moments they had shared. As he ran, he realized that their encounter was changing everything. Despite the rules, the danger, he felt a profound connection with Ilara, a bond that he knew would shape their destinies, a future fraught with uncertainty, but also brimming with the possibility of something extraordinary. Deep within the Xylos forest, Alex found himself increasingly preoccupied with Queen Lyra. He felt an inexplicable draw towards her, a fascination that defied the strict protocols of his mission. As the twin suns of Xylos dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of lavender and orange, Alex's thoughts consistently drifted back to the alien queen, her iridescent skin and captivating gaze. He knew that his clandestine meetings with Lyra were a direct violation of Captain Rex's orders, but he couldn't suppress the desire to see her again, his heart a mix of eager anticipation and nervous trepidation. One afternoon, while lost in thought beneath the shade of a colossal emerald tree, Alex heard a delicate rustling nearby. His breath hitched, and his heart pounded in his chest. Could it be her? He rose, scanning the surrounding trees, and there, emerging from the dappled shadows, was Lyra. She was as mesmerizing as he remembered, her skin shimmering with the colors of the forest, her long hair cascading around her like a silken waterfall. Alex, she greeted him, her voice gentle and musical. I had hoped I might find you here. Alex's spirit soared. Lyra, I'm so glad you returned. I've been thinking about you. A soft smile touched Lyra's lips, but her eyes held a hint of concern. I have to be careful. My people do not approve of my interest in you. They are apprehensive of humans, convinced you will bring only conflict and discord. I assure you, I only desire understanding, Alex replied earnestly. I wish to learn about your world, your people, your customs. Lyra cautiously took a step closer, maintaining a respectful distance. Very well. I will share more, but we must be discreet. The members of my royal council do not condone my benevolence towards humans. I understand, Alex affirmed, his voice steady. I will honor your wishes. As they walked side by side, Lyra unveiled more of Xylos' hidden marvels. She led him to a river that shimmered and flowed like molten moonlight, teeming with fish that glittered in a kaleidoscope of colors. This is the River of Souls, she explained, her voice filled with reverence. It sustains our planet, our people, our very essence. Alex watched, captivated, as Lyra dipped her hand into the water, creating ripples of light that danced across the surface. It's stunning, he whispered. Unlike anything on Earth. Lyra smiled at his awe. There is much to discover. Our world is filled with magic and life, but it is also delicate. We have a duty to protect it. Their journey continued, Lyra revealing the unique flora of Xylos, plants that emitted a soft, ethereal glow in the twilight, and others that seemed to vibrate with an inner energy. They communicate, she explained. They share stories, they warn of impending danger. Alex listened intently, enthralled by her knowledge. In return, he shared stories of Earth's diverse ecosystems. They talked and laughed, immersed in each other's company, momentarily forgetting the precarious nature of their forbidden friendship. Their peaceful interlude was abruptly interrupted by the sound of voices approaching through the trees. Lyra's expression became serious. We must conceal ourselves, she whispered urgently. Alex's heart pounded as they quickly hid behind a cluster of luminous foliage. He held his breath, listening as the voices drew nearer. It was Lyra's people, their voices edged with suspicion and apprehension. "Where is the Queen?" one voice demanded. "She disregards our ancient laws." Lyra clenched her fists, her face etched with worry. "They cannot find me here with you, Alex. If they discover your presence, it will create difficulties for both of us." Alex nodded, his heart pounding. "What do we do?" Lyra took a deep breath. "I will distract them. You must escape, deeper into the forest. I will find you later, I promise." "No, I can't leave you," Alex protested, his voice trembling. "I will be safe," Lyra insisted. "Trust me." They would not understand. "I cannot allow you to be harmed." With that, Lyra stepped out from their hiding place and called out to her people. "I am here. There is no need for concern." Her voice echoed through the trees. Alex watched, his heart aching, as Lyra faced her people, her demeanor regal and composed. She was courageous, strong, a true leader. But guilt gnawed at him, knowing she might face severe consequences for protecting him. He knew he had to leave, to give her a chance to explain her absence. He silently slipped away, disappearing into the dense undergrowth, his heart heavy with worry for Lyra but also filled with gratitude for the treasured moments they had shared. As he fled, he knew their encounter was irrevocably changing everything. Despite the rules, despite the danger, he felt an undeniable connection with Lyra, a bond that he knew would shape their destinies, a future filled with uncertainty, yet also shimmering with the promise of something extraordinary. Deep within the Xylos forest, Alex wrestled with his growing feelings for Queen Lyra. His heart ached for her, a longing that clashed with the rigid regulations of his mission. As the twin sons of Xylos painted the evening sky in hues of violet and crimson, Alex found himself drawn back to their secret meeting place, hoping for another encounter with the captivating alien queen. He knew he was risking everything, his meetings with Lyra a blatant disregard for Captain Rex's orders, but the pull was too strong to resist. One evening, beneath the canopy of shimmering emerald trees, Alex heard the familiar rustling of leaves. His heart leaped. Could it be Lyra? He turned, and there, emerging from the soft glow of the forest, was Lyra. As breathtaking as ever, her iridescent skin shimmered, and her long, flowing hair danced around her like a luminous mist. "Alex," she whispered, her voice a melodious echo in the quiet forest, "I knew I would find you here." Alex's heart soared. "Lyra! I've been so worried. I thought something might have happened." Lyra's expression was a mixture of relief and concern. "I had to be discreet. My advisors grow increasingly suspicious of my absences. They fear my fascination with you." "I understand," Alex replied, his voice earnest. "I don't want to cause you any trouble. But I need to see you, Lyra. I need to understand." Lyra stepped closer, her eyes searching his. "I feel it too, Alex. This is connection. But it's dangerous. My people wouldn't understand. They believe humans are a threat." "I'll prove them wrong," Alex insisted, his voice firm. "I'll show them that we can be allies, friends." Lyra smiled, a flicker of hope in her eyes. "Perhaps. But we must be careful. The Council is watching my every move." "I'll do whatever it takes," Alex vowed, his heart pounding. Lyra led him deeper into the forest, to a hidden grotto where a waterfall cascaded into a crystal-clear pool. The air hummed with an otherworldly energy. "This is a sacred place," Lyra explained. "A place of power. It's where I come to connect with the spirit of Xylos." Alex gazed around in awe, the beauty of the place taking his breath away. "It's magical." Lyra gestured to the pool. "The waters are said to hold ancient wisdom. They can reveal the future, if you're brave enough to look." Alex hesitated, a sense of unease washing over him. "The future?" Lyra smiled. "Don't be afraid. The future is not fixed. It's a tapestry of possibilities. We weave it with our choices. She dipped her hand into the water, sending ripples of light across the surface. "Come, Alex. Let's see what the waters hold for us." As Alex reached towards the water, a sudden commotion erupted from the forest's edge. Lyra's face paled. "They found us," she gasped. Several figures emerged from the trees, their voices sharp with anger. "There she is. With the human." Lyra grabbed Alex's hand. "We have to go." They fled, the sounds of pursuit echoing behind them. They ran through the dense undergrowth, their hearts pounding, the sacred grotto and its promise of future visions fading behind them. They were running not just from Lyra's advisors, but from the rigid laws of Xylos, from the fear and prejudice that threatened to tear them apart. As they ran, Alex knew that their actions were changing everything. They were defying the rules, risking their lives, for a chance at something extraordinary, something forbidden, something that could either unite their worlds or shatter them completely. As Alex and Lyra raced through the Xylos forest, the pursuit of Lyra's advisors echoing behind them, they knew they were at a crossroads. They had defied the rigid laws of Xylos, risking everything for a chance at something extraordinary, a connection that transcended species and societal norms. They burst into a hidden clearing, a sanctuary bathed in the ethereal glow of bioluminescent flora. Lyra, gasping for breath, leaned against a giant, pulsating mushroom, its cap radiating a soft, calming light. "We can't keep running, Alex," she said, her voice strained. "We need to find a way to reason with them, to show them that our connection is not a threat." Alex, his heart still pounding, nodded. "But how? They're convinced I'm an enemy." Lyra, her eyes sparkling with a newfound determination, took his hand. "We'll show them the truth. We'll show them the potential of what we can achieve together." She led him towards a crystalline formation that hummed with energy, a focal point of Xylos' natural power. "This is the heart of Xylos," she explained. "It connects all life on this planet. It amplifies emotions, intentions, truth." She placed her hand on the crystalline surface, and the clearing pulsed with a vibrant light. "If we can reach them through this, if we can show them the sincerity of our bond, they might understand." Alex, inspired by her courage, placed his hand beside hers. The energy surged through them, connecting them not just to each other, but to the very essence of Xylos. A wave of emotion, pure and undeniable, radiated outwards, washing over the forest. Moments later, the sounds of pursuit grew closer. Lyra's advisors emerged from the trees, their expressions wary, but also tinged with curiosity. They paused, sensing the shift in the atmosphere, the powerful energy emanating from the heart of Xylos. Lyra, her voice resonating with strength and conviction, addressed them. "I understand your concerns, your fears. But what Alex and I share is not a threat. It's a bridge, a connection that can lead to understanding and cooperation." The advisors exchanged glances, their initial hostility softening. The head advisor, a wizened elder named Theron, stepped forward. "We felt something, Queen Lyra. A powerful energy. What is its meaning?" Lyra, holding Alex's hand tightly, explained the significance of the heart of Xylos, its ability to amplify truth and connection. She spoke of their shared experiences, their growing understanding, their desire to bridge the gap between their worlds. Alex, his voice steady and sincere, echoed her sentiments. He spoke of the potential for collaboration, for sharing knowledge and resources, for creating a future where humans and Xylos could coexist peacefully. As they spoke, the clearing pulsed with a warm, inviting light. The advisors, their faces etched with contemplation, began to understand. Theron, his eyes reflecting the light of the heart of Xylos, nodded slowly. "Perhaps," he said, his voice thoughtful, "we have been too quick to judge, too blinded by fear. The energy we feel, it speaks of truth, of potential." He turned to the other advisors. "We need to consider this carefully. The implications are significant, but the possibilities, they are extraordinary." The advisors murmured amongst themselves, their initial apprehension giving way to a cautious optimism. They agreed to convene a council meeting to discuss the potential for an alliance with humans. As they dispersed, the clearing returned to its tranquil state, the heart of Xylos pulsing gently. Lyra and Alex, their hands still intertwined, exchanged a look of relief and hope. They had taken a monumental risk, and the outcome was still uncertain. But they had planted a seed of understanding, of unity, a seed that held the promise of a brighter future for both their worlds. Their journey was far from over, but they had taken the first step, a step towards a new beginning, a future where the differences between them were not a source of fear and division, but a catalyst for connection and growth. The path ahead would undoubtedly be fraught with challenges, but they faced it together, hand in hand, their hearts filled with hope and the promise of something truly extraordinary.